My son loves Halloween. He loves the decorations, the costumes, and he has been begging for some cool and spooky Halloween decorations. But this mama is on the budget. It means no Halloween decorations are coming from the store. Instead, what I was thinking is that I might get crafty and make some do-it-yourself Halloween decorations. And today is the day when I am making my first Halloween decoration. I am planning to recreate this spooky spider. It's not just spooky, it's 3D as well. So if you're like me, if you're on a budget like me, and you like to craft and you love Halloween like my son does, then let's go and create this spooky looking spider. To create this spooky spider, you will need Lulumake template. Just click in the description below and get your free copy. If your print is out of ink or you don't have a printer, feel free to sketch this spider on a piece of paper. Next, we will need watercolor paper or any white paper you have at home. Next, we will need a pair of scissors, a pencil, a black permanent marker or a crayon if you don't want to use permanent marker, watercolors or any other supplies, markers, tempera sticks, whatever you have at home and you want to use. If you're using watercolors, we will need also some water and some paintbrushes. Actually, I like to use a little bit thinner paintbrush because these lines are kind of tricky to paint with a full and thick paintbrush. Next, we will need orange construction paper for the spider's belly. I'm going to use 2 different shades of orange, but you can use one or multiple, or you can make a rainbow belly for your spider if you like. If you don't have any colored paper, feel free to cut these circles and color them any color you like. We will need some round object for the spider's belly. If you don't have any round object, you can use glass, you can use tape, you can also use this, okay? And then lastly, this is the last supply we need, is glue stick. Let's get started. Step number 1, we want to cut this spider out. We are going to place it onto a watercolor paper or any paper you have at home. And I'm going to use my watercolors for this project. So I'm going to trace the template onto the watercolor paper using my permanent marker, meaning the marker won't bleed once we applied some water or watercolors to it, okay? You can also use crayons to trace it. Or if you are going to use regular markers to color your spider, then you can use that instead. Step number 2 is done. If you are going to use watercolors, go ahead and start painting. Use any color you like. I'm going to go for a black spider today. And as I said, I like to use a little bit thinner brush to make sure I stay in the lines while painting. Take your time, don't rush the process. And if you are creating this spider with your little ones or with your students, don't worry too much about staying in the lines. You can always cut it out after the spider is dry. Have fun with it. I always like to start from the top when I'm painting. So maybe that's a good practice to keep in mind. If you are creating this spider with your little munchkins, then keep reminding them to be very gentle with a paintbrush. If you don't want to paint and you have a black construction paper, use that instead. For the next step, feel free to use these circle templates and cut them out. Well, actually only one of them, because we will trace the circle onto an orange construction paper. Or if you don't have a paper, cut it out, color it orange with markers, crayons, pastels, watercolors, whatever you want to use for this project. Or you can go on an object hunt around your house and look for the perfect size. I think I found my round object, and this is the secret, okay? It must be the same size or a little bit smaller than the spider's belly, okay? So let's see, this is the perfect size. So again, two options. Option number one, cut these out and color them whatever color you like, or find the object that is the same size or a little bit smaller or bigger, doesn't matter. We want to trace 6 circles on this paper and 6 on this paper. So in total, we want to have 12 circles because we want the belly to be nice and full. But you know what? If you don't want to do 12 circles, do 5, do 4, do 6, whatever you want to do, okay? You can use pencil or whatever tool you want to use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's do it one more time. Now, let's get cutting. We need to cut out all of these circles. How is the cutting? All done? I do have 12 circles. Now we need to fold each of these circles in half, just like this. Almost there. Ta-da! Now we are going to glue all of these together. So I want you to choose one circle, and we are going to put the glue only on one half of the circle. So I like to use actually glue stick for this kind of project. It's less messy than a liquid glue, but again, if you don't have glue stick, use whatever you have. And now we are going to pick another circle, fold it in half, and stick this side where you have the glue. Okay? And I'm alternating the shades of the orange. So you can use only one, or you can do rainbow, a belly, whatever really you like. And then you just move to the end, apply some glue, pick the other color of your circle, and now we need to align it. It's not really perfect. You can see that this part is a little bit higher than this one. I don't know if you are like me, but many times I did struggle with perfection. I was like, oh, this is not perfect. Oh, this is, I didn't cut it well, I didn't glue it well. And then I was like, perfection doesn't really exist. So you are a human being, and it's okay if one part is higher than the other, okay? Let's do the last step of this project. Let's go. The last part of this project is to stick the belly on the spider. We want to put the glue right here. We know what could be also cool, to add some glitter. Well, if you're a glitter person, you know what I mean? Some people don't like glitter, but I think it will be pretty cool. And find your full belly and just stick it right there. Look how cute! Okay, now you have two options. You can frame this bad guy. I mean, he's cute looking. Looks super cool. Or you can cut it out and then you can put a string on the back of your paper and just hanging from the ceiling. So let me show you how to do it. And a good tip, if you have a Dollar Tree nearby, this was $1, I mean $1.25 now. I think they raised their prices. So it's not more $1 tree. And I removed the glass because this is 3D, so the belly won't fit if the glass would be here. So just remove the glass, put it somewhere safe, or use it for something, for art or something. And then we are going to basically fit this spider in the frame. Basically, you just cut this spider to fit in your frame. So let me see. The truth will come. Perfect! Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ta-da! Look how cool is this? I am addicted now, so I am going to go get more black frames. Again, they are from Dollar Tree, are very cheap. Just remove the glass and then you have a perfect Halloween frame. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and creating with me, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao!